Okay, welcome back. Day 2 of 3 or 4 in a row. Getting back in action. Welcome back. I am Jack. um, just got home from work, and before I did anything else, I wanted to hop back on, as I said I would. Although it's not the first thing I did. I did just feed Frank, um, but it's the first thing that I'm doing realistically since getting home from work. Um, this last video, a lot of people commented pretty quickly. I got some messages on Instagram, got a couple emails. It was nice. It means a lot. And don't feel weird reaching out, it's totally all right. It's cool. As long as being upfront and honest about stuff and not being a creep about anything, I invite it. I welcome it. A lot of usual suspects, which was nice. Jesse Tillman and Rachel and Lorna, Sandy, Rob Nichols, Wayne, bunch of people reached out. Melanie, a lot of Brian, a lot of usual regulars, and it was nice. Thea, those are just the ones that come to mind. I appreciate all of you. It's great to see that, that a couple weeks of life getting in the way and not being able to post, that people don't just abandon ship, which means a lot. I got a haircut. I feel much better than I did yesterday. It's funny how little things like that can make such a big difference for me. A haircut, or hitting the gym, eating a meal that is leaning on the healthier side. Doesn't have to be a salad. Doesn't have to be chicken and rice, but just something that's that I feel good about. That's like whole foods, not processed stuff. It's amazing how good that stuff makes me feel. Little acts of self-care is what I call it. Getting a haircut, going and getting your nails done, getting a pedicure, maybe getting a massage, taking yourself to a movie, taking yourself out for a meal. Going and getting a bowl of pho at Blossom in Santa Monica. Going in and out, even though guilty. That's technically fast food, but of all the burger places, seems to not be so bad. Doesn't make me feel as bad as other places do. But I digress. So this morning, most mornings I try with the guys every morning at 8:15. We do like a morning meditation, which sometimes is just a check-in. But this morning I read the Just for Today to the guys, and it was about getting out of loneliness and like into community, and getting out of isolation. And I could relate to it big time. I can remember not, although I've been clean since June 6, 2017, it's been about 7.5 years. Although to me sometimes it feels like it's been a long time, I don't feel that removed from the feelings of isolation. And lots of feelings, because I can isolate now. I don't these last couple of weeks. I can use the excuse that life gets in the way and stuff, but I chose to, realistically, I chose to not carve out 15 minutes to make a video. Like, I chose to kind of be in a little bit of, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it self-pity, but I wasn't really pitying about anything. Just isolating, just not wanting to. I haven't been going to the gym as much as I was. Haven't been going to as many meetings as I was. Although I went yesterday to make sure to get out of that habit, and I'm going to go tonight. One of the guys that lives at one of the houses is sharing. He's speaking at 9 p.m. over here, and so I'm going to try to catch that. But the isolation thing creeps up on me. That I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. but it changed my life when I decided to let other people into my bubble. And I've spoke before, probably a lot about my best friend Daniel and how I like to run, even things that would seem trivial to some people. I like to run it by him because number one, it holds me accountable for whatever it might be that I'm telling him about. But two, it gives me an outside perspective, someone who's not in it, that can see that has an outside perspective, has a better view of the whole picture, whereas I might have tunnel vision. And lastly, it's just good and I can only speak for myself. It feels good to have other people outside of myself knowing what's going on with me, whether it's good or bad, whether we're sharing, celebrating a win that I'm experiencing, or if he's sharing a little compassion with me because I'm going through something. Like Daniel texted me today and asked me how the Jeep was running, because he knows that I just had to replace the clutch in it, and it was not cheap. So he wouldn't know to check in with me and ask how the Jeep's going if I didn't update him and let him know what was going on. And it wasn't like I called him and was like, life sucks, why me? It was just like I called him. I was like, walking home from work, the Jeep took a shit, and we just chatted, and then we chatted about a bunch of different things. We were on the phone for 57 minutes, and it was not all about that. It was about a whole bunch of different things, mostly positive, mostly uplifting, good, healthy topics. And without that, I don't really, without community and without other people, I know for sure I wouldn't be clean. I know for sure I wouldn't, my son wouldn't get as much love and attention as he does if I didn't have help. Megan helps me, my mom helps me, and he deserves all, more than I could ever give him. He's the best. But I need outside help. I growing up, society told me to suck it up and be a man, and which, I'm not saying is all bad. It's great to be a man. You know what I mean? And masculinity, in a healthy form, is great. And I think it's very productive. And I think it's very appealing and useful. But I don't know. I think I was fed a little misinformation when I was younger on what it meant to be a man. And having learned what it means truly through other men that are in this program that are clean, has changed my life. And my life would not be changed, and I would not be who I am if I didn't step outside myself and surrender and say, hey, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I don't have the best ideas all the time. Maybe I'm not always right. And maybe sometimes I am the problem. And maybe, that was my fault. Maybe, not at first I didn't I didn't wholeheartedly believe all that, but I left room for the chance that maybe I'm not perfect, which is crazy to think about because it was quite the opposite at a time. But that just cracked the door open to allow a lot of beautiful things into my life, and allowed miracles to happen that that 100%, whether you believe it or not, I do, was God working through people. And that's how my God works, through people. And if I don't have other people in my life, then I'm not allowing him in. And I have my own personal connection with him. Don't get me wrong. I pray and I meditate, and but that's just a small part of it. In my life, in my reality, God works through other people. So in order for me to get the full effect of the God of my understanding, I need people. And that's just me. And you could think that's crazy and you could disagree, and that's okay. You're in the right place. Or you could agree. And once again, you're in the right place. Today was just a good day. We started the day with that meditation, and I walked to a taco truck with two of the guys from the house, and got them burritos. It was nice. It was nice to get out for a walk, and it's nice that there's not smoke everywhere and ash falling from the sky. And there are more fires. I guess one started up like in the Grapevine, and there's one down in like San Diego, kind of near the border of Tijuana. But life continues, and life can still be beautiful through the madness. And I'm just grateful for everyone that is here, that's sticking with me. I appreciate you. If you reached out to me and I forgot to mention your name at the beginning of this video, I apologize. I don't write things down. I just do this as it comes. And today was day 2 of getting back on the horse. I love you all. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. See you again tomorrow.